Introducing Wondrous and Dangerous Consortiums and the Xendria World Setting and Lore Guide. What is Xendria? Xendria is a world of conflict, and Xendria is a world of peace, a place of magic, of progress, and of loss. Delve deep into the lore and uncover the secrets that lie beneath. Xendria is a place where good meets evil. In this living world where old and new fantasy collide, the right choice isn't always clear. How will your choices change the landscape? Turn the page and tell your story. It's your world now. The Xendria World Setting and Lore Guide, supporting West Marches and Sandbox games. Wondrous and Dangerous Consortiums.
Okay. So there's at least 6 of us here.
Yep.
There's Death Angel. There he is. Well, you're not on camera today?
I don't know where I'm at.
Oh. I don't know where you're at. I don't know. Well, we definitely don't know where you're at.
Duh. I know where I'm at.
I mean, we're pretty sure that you're in Tennessee.
How do you know?
I'm just guessing. There he is. There he is.
What's up, man?
Sorry, we're a little late. Agile gets carried away.
I know. We love him.
My fault.
I heard.
No, it's fantastic.
I took the opportunity to reboot, anyways.
I'm going to jump to the restroom real quick, so that way I
Go
won't be
for it,
talking.
man. You deserve it.
Yeah.
Grab a drink or whatever.
I'm
Just the
surprised that he's as active as he is still
He's
right
still
now
talking.
after jumping stream to stream. He's just, man, more lively than I am, you know?
Yeah. Is Michael coming over?
So
Yes.
I don't know why I can't seem to get my camera.
yeah,
working
he
again,
he came over. He's having problems with his camera.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll just have that image there then. That's fine.
So, yeah, it's fantastic.
It was a long day, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for these guys, shit. Oh my god.
Whew.
It's 4 o'clock. That's nuts.
That's crazy.
So, where's Dan? Is Dan coming over?
Let me see. I'll message
He's
him.
on the stream. I mean, he's on the he added his channel. So he's there. Yeah, look at these maps, Agile. We gotta go. Look at them. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Agile, you didn't show off the ice maps. You talked about them, but you didn't show them to me.
Here's what I tried really hard to do something special for each one of the streams.
Yeah.
Where it's something that someone else didn't get. So that way, if people look at the different streams, they'll say, "Oh, I saw something I didn't see over there. I saw something I didn't see over there." You know.
So
Yeah, I know.
everybody needs to watch all the streams. All
In order to get all the info.
6 hours.
There.
Well, I look at it this way: if this is a great non-narcotic sleep aid for those who are having trouble sleeping. You know.
Oh yeah, just put it
Yeah.
on.
Just watch Agile talk about maps and fall asleep. Yeah. So.
Hey, so yeah, if there's any other anybody else is strict, like if Erudite's in the if he wants to jump in, or if any of the troll lords are there, if they want to jump in,
I can message Chuck.
you know, whatever.
He
I
might
don't know
be
if
a pumpkin.
he might be. I don't know.
So we're at 116 backers and 13,500.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Not bad, man.
That is awesome for
Day
the
one.
first 4 hours, 5 hours.
That's great.
No, what is it? 7 hours?
6.
All right.
6.
No, 6 hours. Yeah, 6
Oh, six
hours.
and a half. Yeah,
4
6 and a
plus
half.
6 is 10. So
Yeah, right. Jeez,
Plus the
that's
square root of the cube
that
law
weird math.
of the postal service.
I know. I know. I tell my wife all the time, if it doesn't have letters in it, I don't want to do it.
yeah.
Give me algebra.
Yeah,
We have
really.
been blown away by the love and the support
She
today.
she makes fun of me when I'm at a restaurant and I'm sitting there going, "I'm gonna carry the one,"
Oof.
and
Yeah.
she's like, "It's just $3.15 tip or something like."
Paul says we need a deep dive stream that connects all of the lore. We need.
Oh, that would be a few days.
That's well,
It could-
supposedly
because-
Restream will let you go
Oh, there you go.
quite a ways anyway, I think.
Yeah, I just upped my Restream account.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm on the
So-
pro level. I don't know. Is that
Yeah.
what you went up
Yeah,
to?
I went to up to pro.
Yeah.
I paid, now it's $50 or something a month. So
Oof. I got in. You got to wait till. I don't know if it was Black Friday. I got in at.
Or Cyber
Uh,
Monday, something like
was-
that.
Was that what I got in at? Yeah, and it was cheap. I mean, cheap. I mean, it was like 300 something bucks for the year.
oh, you did the whole year thing.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of budget.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, I got too many Kickstarters and backer kits.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
gonna leave and try to come back.
Yeah, no problem. Whatever you got to do. Yeah. There's some.
Chair.
Definitely some financial stuff. I just like I pushed for it because it was, it just worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
Where
I
it
mean,
was,
the discount's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, like it was like half the price. So
Dan
You know,
said
I
he'll
made
be
it.
here in 30 to 40
Made it work.
minutes.
whatever.
he's
he
running
doing?
the Tuesday game.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. He's gaming. Okay, we'll forgive him because he's gaming.
There.
There he is.
Hey, there we go.
He made it. We can see him. We can hear him. That's
I
fantastic.
do exist.
Do you still have your
So-
voice?
I really still can't believe that you guys are still like amped up and super excited and going. You
I
know?
mean, we were just so amazed to get to this day because again, we want the best possible Kickstarter experience, and we know this is our Agile's backed hundreds. This is our first one that we're putting out, and we're like, let's get as much up front, make it minimal to no risk for the people who are going to support us, and we'll make sure to deal with all that. So we took on all that risk, and we're just like, we're finally here. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're doing fantastic.
Thank you.
I mean,
No, y'all help me so much.
the
Thank you.
numbers look good. I mean, you're past a third of the way, in not even the first full day.
Right.
So I mean, I think things are looking great.
You can't see it. Let me
So-
move it.
What do we?
Yeah,
oh, you
it's-
got the
It's
thing there.
extremely. I mean,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
whole thing is just humbling and exciting. I mean, because I hope this, forgive the phrase, but I hope this kickstarts other people and other entities out there to say, hey, what can we do to create things? What can we do to do stuff like this? And just,
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll happen, Daniel.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I don't have Driving and Dragons. I don't have them on anything. I don't know if you want to message him the link if he wants to jump in.
Yeah, if you want.
If you got him. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I've got him somewhere. Pretty sure. It's been a while since I chatted him.
Yeah, so one of the risks that we knew up front, just to kind of continue, is with how much we do want to give over. We knew that one of our challenges in the marketing and explaining all this was trying to explain that value to people and be like, no, please pay attention, because this isn't just another X. We really do want to give you more and make it so that you can go do your thing. And that has been a real challenge. Agile could probably jump in on that to explain and get that story out there, which is why the story page is so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's because people don't realize what they're really getting, because they just don't understand the level of depth of what they're getting. Because I like you, Roger. I mean, I've got, lots of Kickstarters. You actually beat me though, but with my somewhere around 475 between backer kit and here, that
You're
I've
still
done.
an amateur. You'll
Yeah,
get
I'm
there.
an amateur. Exactly, I'm an amateur. Yeah, but even then, I think I said you don't get stuff like this at that level. You know, you don't. They don't hand you that. You know,
Right.
and you don't and people don't open it up to say, here, take all our work and go do something with it and make some money for yourself. And so, I think that's a very unique proposition, but it's really hard to communicate that because what are we so used to, you know, especially a lot of the people coming from the WotC world and things like that. They're used to, here's a couple books, here's a bunch of money for each book, you know, get it or go to this site and pay your subscription if you want to play, kind of stuff, you know. And then we'll let you use it. We definitely won't let you own it or keep it. You know what I mean?
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm typing some
Oh,
stuff
no worries.
in the notes, but yeah, no, it's fantastic, and you guys are doing great, and yeah, I can't wait.
Oh.
You know,
All of the penultima fabulas have sold out. All 4.
oh
That is
yeah, that was the
is-
one. There was one left. I was looking at it. I was
Yeah,
eyeballing
4
it.
people have said that they support this so much they want to. We're going to meet with them. We're going to get our creative team with them, and we're going to help build a custom consortium with them on multiple meetings, and then get some truly original artwork, both for a key character and an icon, an emblem to represent the consortium. And we are so excited to work with you all. Thank you for believing us enough to back it at such a level. Like, wow. This is going to be a really good time, and I think you're going to enjoy this.
That's great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's fantastic. The books, I mean, the books look phenomenal. The art is just fantastic. I mean, 8K art too. You said, right?
For
Yep.
the towns and city maps, yes.
Yep. And then 4K for the world map. Yep.
Yeah,
Because it's
and
a
that's
bigger
just
map.
fantastic. Because it feels like you could zoom in, and I know you were showing it on the stream, you know, but
Oh, you
it's just
can. You can.
fantastic.
Trust me.
Oh yeah.
I know he showed it on the stream, but I mean, just for those people that missed it, you know what I mean, or whatever.
It's
If there's
sweet.
anybody new, like definitely like being able to like zoom in and look at like the separate houses and stuff. It's
Count
just
the individual
fantastic.
little cobblestones in the streets and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, it's really cool. It's really great. I love maps like that. I mean, sometimes you get maps that are vague or you try and zoom in and it's, it just blurs because it's not, there. So the high quality is definitely, fantastic. So, I mean, the town stuff, you could probably run that as a battle map if you wanted to on a VTT.
I'll bet we can hit the midway point tonight. What do you bet?
Let's do it. Yeah, that would feel
maybe
absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
it's possible. I think it's doable.
Yes, and
so.
just remember,
at 16,
so like Agile showed off, that one tundra town, right? Well, there's the larger Miltira map, but then in one of the adventures, the players will visit a part of Miltira, and there is a separate map to create an adventure site style adventure where we only focus on the key locations that particularly matter for that adventure, and we get a whole new round of custom assets, custom art done for that map, just in the context of that adventure. But you can still lift it out, use it with the city, and do it so you can get even more kinds of details and a whole new kind of art to bring to the table. And again, that's something you can put tokens down on a VTT and say, hey, yeah, I'm going to go visit this place, or I'm going to go, do this errand over here. And then we have the battle maps even below that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've ever been a fan of the Worldographer tool or Hexographer, it's kind of like that stages of drilling. That's what we wanted to offer you.
What did you guys draw the maps in? What type of?
That's a secret. That's
Card was used a lot.
Yes.
But then, for example, Elixir designed, just hand drew
Arkenforge too. Yeah.
Of custom assets, put them into these tools such as Arkenforge and to help build these maps.
I was just gonna mention Arkenforge because a lot of people, they talk VTTs, and technically Arkenforge is not a VTT like most people think.
No,
because it's designed for local in-person play. It's not. It's not designed for And
I've got a crap ton of Arkenforge suites.
Do you really?
I suck at it. I wish I had the patience and skill to make the kind of maps that I see in my head.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. But man, Arkenforge, if you can get even half good with Arkenforge, you can make some really impressive stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this was
I get that.
so real quick. This was still there. This is one of the other winter places. I thought I'd show you, looking at the breakdown of this and the depth of the roads, what it looks like in the winter when the dirt gets exposed, from the end, the centerpieces of it, and the unique nature of it, and the water, and some flowing under the frozen ice, and the hills and the mountains. But check this out. This is over Tower. This is such a cool map. It's so unique. Not like anything I'd ever done. So it was a unique build because there's some. When you read the book, Over Tower is like I said, no one's ever seen these. You guys are the first to ever see these, but you can see the level of depth as you climb up and you move into the tower area and the area and how it works and the stairs and the walls. But just look at the hills and the buildup and the rocks and the water and the effects, all this that come into it at the level of detail, built into it.
Yeah, man.
If you get the hard copy of the maps with the Kickstarter, do they come in a map tube or are they flat?
Okay, the hard copy is only right now. It's just for the world map. If you get a printed copy of that, we send it in a tube.
Okay.
What we're looking at doing is, because I was trying to talk to our printers to find out what the cost would be, but we were thinking, because Kickstarter will let us add something, is we were looking at, because what I want to do is if people wanted to get hard copies of these city maps, I would love to do that for people who want them. I mean, I think that's great, but I want it to be cost effective, right? Because that way you can get all of them for this amount. I just don't, well, our philosophy is money's tight, the world's crazy, things are intense, families are doing the best they can. I want to create product and have stuff for people to use and be flexible, but I still have to cover the cost of creating it.
Sure.
So, but yeah, we went back and forth a lot over that and so we decided at the last, after the printers and people came back and we were hit with new price increases for paper and it's a commodity and all this stuff.
Yeah.
We said, okay,
Do I want maps?
yeah, right. So let's think of this. Because here's the thing. For those of you who don't know, and I don't know if you've done this, but I have printed these maps out on my own printer. So I have a color printer, and they look amazing. Even if you just put them on a 8.5 by 11. But you can also go to the printers and get bigger ones made, because the way these files are generated, since they're so high res, you can go out there and have your own 24 by 18, whatever size things done from them, and get it done. Because we're letting you have the rights to do that.
Sure.
Yeah. Because I mean, I've got rolled maps versus, I don't know if you guys can see, but over in the corner I've got I've got other stuff, man. I love maps, man. I've got all you mentioned Rob's name a couple of times, Rob Conley. I've got his maps sitting over here.
Yeah, his
I
maps
need-
are fantastic.
I need to find a book.
He actually came to me and said, "Can you show some of how you did some of this? Because what you've done with your maps blows me away."
Yeah, and he's using like Corel Draw.
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Which is
Yeah.
like holy cow,
We're
man.
at least using Adobe Photoshop and things like that. But
Yeah.
But here's another interesting Miltura. Just to show you some of the winter north stuff. Like I said, since you guys are special, you get to see some stuff no one else has seen, like the clouds and all that. And there's different views and looks of it. So, for example, I'll show you what I mean by. So watch this. Remember, I said different times of year, different look and feel. Wait till I show you this. So I'm gonna show you both. So check it out. This is one version of Miltura. And this is another version of Miltura.
Okay.
See, so depending on time of year, gray skies, night. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you want to show, we're coming in hot at night. Here, you know what I mean? Yeah. How's that for kind of cool?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
Awesome.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I really feel like, here's another really unique town, because this is in the area that suffered the scourging. So wait till you see the color of it, because everything's pretty much dead.
Yeah.
And they're trying to rebuild it all. I mean, look at that kind of water and the dirt. The water's polluted. It's disgusting. I mean, it's just a nightmare. I mean, it's just absolutely, death on a stick. So, what's your thoughts on that? Look, how do you think? I mean,
It's sweet.
give a unique, yeah. So, I mean, like I said, you ought to be able to come up with anything for your game this way. That's how I look at it. What can I do in my game? Oh yeah, here's another one with. I'll do this one. It's got multiple looks to it too, but I'll show you this one because it shows it's Elurva. Oh, come on, move over. Probably gonna max out my machine. But you can see how it kind of breaks out some of the dark shadowed areas that don't get hit by the sun. You see the rocks, the build out, the underground water that's coming through. You see the water over here, the boat area, some of the area that's still fairly good and healthy versus other parts. How's that for a kind of a butamus looking?
Do you have maps, like city level maps of like what the different consortiums, like what their domain is?
Oh no, no. So okay, no. That's. I'm glad you brought that up though, because this brings up a really good point. One of the things. So no one's asked us about our future products, but so in our future products, we've already got one. Got a couple that are already close to done, but one of them is a special book on cities. It tells you more how to build and construct cities at a different kind of level of detail and thinking, but it also has more in-depth information about that and breaks out. And then we're doing regional. We're going to do regional books next that we can take just that, like take a continent and break it down even more, take a region and do specialty stuff like that. So that's in our roadmap, and we've got things there. But we've been working on a lot of it, but we had to finally decide what was the core product to launch with to set our baseline, and then how would we build from there. Matter of fact, we have another whole world called Pangea Matter, which is a whole different style and approach. And if you were to see it in picture and show you, it's a whole different kind of mapping style, including hexes on it and things like that we use for world building. It's a world that I built, I don't know, Michael, what, six years ago, maybe? It's got to be
something like that.
Yeah, even longer than that. Yeah, but yeah. So and let's see. I can let me do something here real quick. Laurasia, maybe I can just because I feel like I'm with friends, so I can just kind of look at a few things and share here. Let me do something here. Let's see here. That's Bet Dwarka. That's all the writing. Kinderlot. Pangea Matter. Hold on here. Oh, let's see. Okay, here we go. So here's an example of. So in this case, because it's a different style of world building, this is a private map. It's not for share. It's private intellectual property, but it basically talks about these continents and these worlds, and they're all broken up in regions and kingdoms and fiefdoms and empires, and they're all broken out because of the way they're built and all that. And then what happens is each one, then the continent has a map, and it gets at another level with hexes on it and build out of time of basically space and distance. And then each kingdom empire gets a map, and it blows it up another level. You see where I'm going here? The crazy? Were you guys able to see that? Or did I lose you?
Yeah. No, we could see it. Yeah.
So awesome. So it. I mean, this is. I'm not anything if crazy, but
don't forget in a lot of our reward tiers, especially as you go up. In the meantime, Trollord Games has offered us their PDF of engineering towns that you can incorporate right away with Xendria and consortiums to start building those bases of power for the leaders of your consortiums and get things going right away and introduce them. So you will have those tools in the Kickstarter.
So now here's another example of that map, one of the maps. Looking at Laurasia, and now looking deeper at its regions and its areas, empires, kingdoms, and now you get more, little major city, medium, minor town, port, tribal, ruined, abandoned areas, stuff like that. And then each one of those blows up down to, another level. So this is the kind of crazy stuff that I like to do. Does that make me mental or what? I don't know.
No, it's awesome. I love hexes on maps, but I also like them. I also like
Hexagons are the bestagons.
The
Yes.
bestagons. Yeah.
That is the right answer.
But which orientation?
Oh, Jesus.
Horizontal.
See, there's the big
Flat on
debate.
top.
Horizontal.
No, flat on top and bottom.
Yeah,
horizontal.
that.
Okay, that's
Yep,
what you're
yep.
saying. Yeah, you're
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
was funny.
Points east and west instead of north and south.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
Yes,
obviously.
yes.
That's the better
That's the
way
right
to do
answer
it.
right there. One time I tried to change it up on my players just to see how it go. That was a 5-minute disaster.
yeah, so that's it.
No, that's cool.
So that is going to be one of the environments, because like I said, we want to, because one of the things I feel like we have a responsibility to also teach and show, because we want, like I said, the next generation too, to see how this is done and find something like it and say, oh yeah, I like that approach. I like that approach. Okay. Yeah, that's doable. There's nothing that says you can't do it. And the guy who does maps with me for this side is a whole nother guy. He and I don't know, we've been hanging out for about 10 years now, but he and I work together to create those. He's another phenomenal professional. Well, what's funny is he's a professional cartographer, map maker in real life.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool. Yeah.
So it's and we go through all kinds of changes and stuff when we do this. I mean, I can show you. It's interesting just to give you an idea. When we're mocking up things and working through concepts, because the famous Jebelian Road, kind of like the Silk Road, but it goes through all of the continents, because at one time they were actually one interconnected thing. And when you look at the bigger maps, you can see where they connected. But we mark all this stuff up. We pen things out. We say, okay, now we're going to build this. This is just a map from years ago, from when I was, we were working through things. But it all started on a piece of paper by me, hand pencil drawn. It all started as that. It all started as a pencil drawing, and I still have a scanned copy of that pencil drawing, from where it all started.
So you started making maps by hand.
Oh
long
yeah.
before you went digital.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So, and then like this is an example one we use and what we do is we do different versions for the GM, because imagine if you could just say, hey, here's a map, and I don't even know what's on there. You know what I mean? It's just kind of a continent map, and you don't know all the depth of it. So you don't know what's there, what might be there, and all you know is what some magi or someone put on there. Oh, this region of the corrupted children. What the heck is that? Desperation Mountain. What's that? And once again, get high resolution on these so you can see it, because I did a lot more of what do you call it with these maps. Alec and I did, when we were doing this, we did what do you call it, there's a scientific name for it, where you're geez, I'm just so tired, guys, sorry, but it's where you look at the depth and the mountains and all that, and you measure the underground, the surface and everything. That's how you can see where these were once pieced together, and where these pieces actually fit and then broke off and broke away.
Like the geology and the
but there's a specific term in my brain.
Tectonic plates and
thank you, tectonic plating. Yes,
there we go.
So Alec and I did a lot of tectonic plating on this stuff. That's what I was. Yes, thank you.
There we go.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate the help there. Yeah.
Well, somebody on my stream they mentioned that they wanted to take the world of Erd along with
who was that? I saw that. Yeah.
Was it Cooperative Waffles, or it was one of the guys? I'm sure if they're in the chat.
I don't think it was Cooperative Waffles. Maybe it was, but I thought it was someone.
Was it Mac? Might have been.
Yeah, I think it was Mac. I think it was Mac Thompson. Yeah.
Yeah, Mac Thompson. Yeah, he DM'd me too. I think he's probably offline, but yeah, no, I mean, and then add what was the other one? Heron?
Yeah, Harn stuff. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I do all the Harn stuff. See, so this is an example of. I'll show you this. This is where we were working. So part of the thinking, because you're trying to explain stuff when you're writing the world and creating it, you're writing impact points to the world. Is this was stuff where we were dealing with specific things for the Jebelin trade route, where it crossed into the water and then picked up again on land, as well as elements of the Sea of Separation as it broke off. So all these unique working models, building up, because as a writer, you're doing this, you're writing to it too. You see what I mean? So yeah, and so, but it's just really, really really, really cool. Matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can, just for fun, I'll see if I can find one thing here. Let me go to Xendria. Matter of fact, so Michael, as well as a bunch of other veterans and such, friends and stuff, guys, they have all played in this world. So Michael knows this world because he's been a player in it.
So when we do that game on Monday night, right?
Yeah, huh? Listen,
Who's running it? Is Michael running it, or?
Yeah.
I was getting DMs and be like, "Damn, dude." Way to paint him into a corner. I'm
Hey,
like,
yeah, I know. I was like,
if we can make the time, you know what? Let's go play Golang's Devour as a Tesco, and let's see it. I think we'll have a good time.
So watch. So I'm going to show you something that's pretty cool. Let me see if I can do. Let me see. Oh, here we go. I mean, if you saw all the levels of effort that go into pieces by pieces by pieces by pieces to break this down, it's really wild. But to look, I'm trying to find one of the Gondwana maps. Yeah. So was Cooperative Waffles? Yeah. So you can, like, for example, this is when I was working the build out of Xendria. So what happens is these little markers on here for the build out and the writing, these are regional elements within just this kingdom. This is the kingdom of Xendria, and it's all of this around here. And then there's some dividers because there's the Duchy of Acton, Duchy of Centrum, Duchy of Anchor, the Grand Duchy, blah, blah, blah. Well, and then all these elements have stuff. It correlates to another organizational writing piece that talks about what's at those locations and what has to be built out for it. So this is one of the working model maps that was used in the development and build out of the Kingdom of Xendria. I would normally never let anyone see me talk about this because all I can think is you guys must think I'm the biggest whack nerd you've ever seen.
Oh, because we are too.
Go.
Yeah.
Come on, this is a monumentous nerd project. Let the nerd shine.
Yeah, it's just so that's kind of, and then it's like, okay, then there was another stage and we had to say, okay, well, let's get the first stage, get the primary stuff down for certain specific things that mattered because of the world. And so, but like I said, but imagine, and all these distances. So each hex starts to make a distance. I do everything in leagues because I'm old school, way back to my Gygax days and all that. So it's like, okay, I do the averaging instead of the perfect measurement, but basically 3 miles to a league, But every one of these, imagine each one maps blowing up. So now you got a new scale. Now, so one of those hexes used to be 90 leagues. Then all of a sudden, one of those hexes was 30 leagues, 90 miles. Then all of a sudden, one hex was 10 leagues, 30 miles. You see what I'm saying? As you blow it up, so you're looking at the distance. So when you're doing all that traversing and traveling and exploration, which I'm a big fan of, it starts to make more sense.
Right.
Thanks for letting me share that.
No, man.
No, you're fine, man.
Nobody's
going.
Your enthusiasm is quite infectious. So.
Yeah, everybody wants to hear it when you're enthused, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, there's so much, I mean, there's things that, like, here's an example I'm going to show. So just to give you an idea of the thought behind this, show preview, yes, okay. So see this here? This is a mind map where basically this is what the thinking goes into world building. So this is where, so just so you guys realize, we really do this stuff. We're not just making it up, okay? So for example, Pangea Matter, so Pangea Matter is a planet, Alkemon's a continent. So these are variables that we use, okay? So then you've got islands, Pangea, the islands, you've got the oceans and seas. So now what happens is you go up here and say, okay, well now if I've got a continent, I'm gonna have a country. Under countries, what kind of terrain am I gonna have? Mountains, mountain locations, rivers, lakes, forests, swamps, plains, deserts, Arctic tundra. Then I've got settlements. Now when I build a settlement, is it a capital? Is it a city? Is it a town? Is it a port? Is it a village? And then what goes into that? So where's the relationship between the locations? So now all of a sudden, when you take the relationship of types of locations, you get down here and say, okay, here's my coding: S, nature, landmarks, locations, types, organization, groups, NPC, professions, parent locations, ocean, seas, islands, continents, country, races, ethnicities. And so then you get, stuff that ties into here, and these are special places that tie into it. You know, the people in power. Then you get the oceans, you get the seas, you get the species like the assisted humans, Dokajans, Otacons, Hesatrians, Elven, sea elves, ancient elves, forest mountain elves. I call them Alvendar in this world. Alvendar, frost Alvendar, rocky mountain dwarves, rock rudors, gnomes, timberlings, which are my version of a halfling, for example. But all this modeling and planning, including these key things and estimates showing an example of, oh, here's a population for a small city, 10,000, governance, oligarchy, people in power. Here's their names. All, boom, boom, boom. What's some of the key points of it? All this. And so now you're building this mind map to help you understand what you've got to build out and the level of details you're trying to address, both in writing, description, and in the mapping itself.
And this is before we start any actual writing.
How many years of work is this? Because I know it's not 2 years.
Pangea Matter alone. I mean, I know Agile. I mean, you've showcased some things off and on. We used to compare, some of our systems we used. I know you were working on this for like a solid 6 years before we even, mentioned consortiums or Xendria.
Oh yeah, no, Pangea Matter is Pangea Matter was about 6 years in the overall making. There's still lots to do because I wanted to create things for other people to write for and build. But we've got the Clinavar, the counties, all this kind of stuff. I mean, I got my orc tie, which is my version of orcs in this world, the orc tie. But by Pangea management is Theos is also the primary higher god, or like all father and and Aaron and all that, and so they all interconnect, which is nice. But yes, these are all. I mean, it's taken. How can you say this? It's taken. I mean, this is something really funny. I'll show you this just because. So see this here? This is a PDF of it, but this is literally a high. This is a big document. It's really big. Critias is one of the places on Gondor. Okay, so on Gondor. So that's a country. This is the Bambathian humans. These are humans. That's male and female. Then on Clinavar, which is the Orctai Confederation, you can see the Bambathian Orctai. That's when those orcs came from, when humans and these other elves merged together, and this type of Orctai. So they have a lot of relation to them, and they're not necessarily bad like the evil Orctai, like the chaotic Orctai. Okay. Then there's the Chiroperal. So chaotic Orctai are bad. This is Usarant and the Kunigaz goblins. This is the Jebelian tribal nation who run the Jebelian Trail and all the trade routes. Another human. This is the Timberlings of Jubanara, the male and female. This is the Hesatria, humans and horsemen. I've got other artwork, but these are some of Miorvian and the forest elves, the sea Alvendar, the river dwarfs. Because what this is based on each location. This maps out what races are prominent or prevalent in these areas. The rock dwarves, the forest mountain elver. These are the gnomes of the Egnimar forest. What?
Let's bring it back. Obviously he's so excited to show off, and so hopefully you can feel the passion of showing off. That's just the planning steps. I hope you realize when we bring this value to you. If you're the guy who wings it, no prep, if you're a lover of Sly Flourish, I love the ways that he's described how to just jump in and start running an adventure. We want to make that as easy as possible. We did all the planning. You're not going to need to. This is the level of world building that we just want to say, here, now make it your own. Here's a toolkit to do it. And we wanted to distill all that knowledge and all that process and everything you see here that he's showing off and say, it's yours now. Have fun with it.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's fantastic.
So anyway,
yeah.
Sorry, I got a little crazy there, but
no. This is your show, man. Like, do it. Like,
but I guess the point of this is it's a great after party topic, because what it does. This is a great example, Michael. I'll show that up. I'll bring that up too.
We want to show off. Yeah, Agile, if you've seen the Discord, if you can grab those, please.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
I want you to know the quality doesn't end at the 2 books either. Yes, so, we want to bring lots of newer and those apprentice and journeyman artists into the fold, but we didn't skimp on quality either, because we asked them to take the time to get it right. Again, that's a big part of why we did all of that risk up front, and we got all the planning done up front. We want to show off just a few pieces of art from just one of the adventures that were done to highlight the amount of level and care. This is
Can everybody see this?
The ferocious beast that will be encountered in just one of the adventures, and Elixir, after they were done with this, gave me an ultimatum: no more tusks or horns for a while.
Oh yeah, I'll get it back up. I'm going to bring up the better.
Multiple creatures, all these tiny little details, the intricate scale. Oh, you dropped it. Where'd it go?
No, I'm sorry. I'm re-getting up so we can see a better version of it. Sorry. So you get more detail.
There we go. And again, this can be zoomed in on too, and you can see the level of depth that was given to this. Again, hand drawn, beautifully done. And this is just one of some of the monsters.
Yeah, there's 3 types of creatures in this family of creatures too.
Yeah.
They each have different purposes to them.
And we wanted to bring this out, and there's even an adventure site. So we make sure that, hey, okay, for the scope of this adventure, we're not really concerned about the whole city. We're going to be concerned about this slice because we care about the consortium and how the players are going to interact. So Eli did a fully custom drawn map that Agile will show here in a moment to pair with this. And there are still battle maps, etc., that go in with this.
Did you put me the map that I can get? Is it in there?
Yes, it was immediately above it in Discord.
Okay, good. I'll get it. Keep going. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you. Right. Thank you.
So the quality doesn't stop at the two big books. The adventures, you're going to be able to reuse parts. You're going to be able to bring those characters back, and those relationships will keep recurring. So the narrative and the art and the mechanics, we've given it a lot of thought and put a lot of planning into this.
And so to that point Michael's making here about so remember we showed you kind of that city map, and Michael was talking about what goes in it, and then we showed you some of Miltira, but now the actual adventure, now here's a drill down into some of the levels of depths of Miltira and what's in Miltira from in the book that you get, so you can, for your play and your actual the adventure itself.
So this is I don't know those who have tried this style of adventure, but an adventure site adventure starts off by giving the players a ton of agency and a little bit of pre-knowledge by saying, hey, here's a location, a site. You're going to get some initial information. You're going to get those hooks and a reason to participate. But then you go, and within whatever the tension point is, in this case, it's a very severe time limit and a sense of urgency. You can only visit so many sites before the big battles are going to take place, and you're going to have to respond. So every decision changes how that final battle will take place and what the consequences of that will be. And if you don't succeed at some of these subtasks, it gets harder and harder. The ones at which you succeed, you'll be able to use those assets for yourself, or send them to aid a different location where and maybe the players can't get there. So we provide you those tension points of the adventure, but also keep that focus so that it doesn't feel overwhelming. You're going to go, okay, you know what? I really think the archivist might have some good information and some intel back in those old records. Let's go explore and figure that out. And so that gives you a way to solve this. But again, you have that depth of the map. This is very tightly focused, and then you have that city map, which can be blown up to scale, and then you have the world map.
So I guess if anything from this after party hanging out that I totally appreciate, because I had very few people except the people who play me have seen some of the stuff, the level we've geeked out at here. But I want to say this: if anything, at least you gentlemen now know we're not fake, we're real. We're not just all talk, no walk. I mean, we really do the deed. You know what I mean? We really, we've tried to. It's kind of our own. It's like an art and a science put together.
Yeah, it's all awesome.
And by the way,
even seeing the stuff in the background with your flow charts and the whole mind map of the whole thing is, I mean, it really shows that you really put in a ton of effort and into it and development over time and all that.
Thank you. And one more thing on the we appreciate and I'm glad you noticed it, because so the part labeled Bastion there, that's Chillstone Bastion. That's the mercenary camp and their little mini fortress. Well, there is not only a full map, detailed map of that headquarters that shows all those little pieces in there, but there's also an aerial view where we had someone paint in and show that from the more hillside angle, so you can see all that level of depth, the height, and get that sense of the frigid cold that comes into that environment. So you have different styles of art that showcase different moods and feels. You will not be for lack of content and you can improv with this all day long.
And here's what's silly is I feel like, we still haven't done enough. I just look forward to the future and what else we can do. And honestly, our goal is to find people who want to collaborate and do things together, because there's not people that are collaborating and working together with a common cause and a passion always build better stuff than one guy in his basement, And
Sure.
And so to me, and Michael knows this about me, I'd rather collaborate with 3 or 4 people and give them all the credit for it, to enjoy the work and getting to do the work with them, than sit around and do something. So look what I did, because that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to say, wow, look what we did, look what we created. Look, isn't this great? Now, do you want to do something with it now?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's really, like I said, it's excellent stuff. I mean, the art's fantastic, and the art being cohesive, I think, is an important thing too.
Yes.
I mean, you see a lot of stuff where, maybe they get cheaper art, or they get stock art, or what, and you don't have that flow of art through the book, or if you've got several different artists and it's not kind of the same style.
And we're a little bit guilty of that, in the sense that because we give other artists a chance, we mix some styles like that. But what we do is we maintain. But here's a good example: we maintain consistency. Like, for example, all chapter art being a certain style and approach from an artist. Then maybe some of the artwork for the battle maps then might be an artist, or something, or that, and like Eli did stuff for this Elixir, did stuff for this too. But we try to maintain that consistency, or at least have it make sense why it's there. If that makes sense.
The individual thing.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's fantastic.
Thank you.
So what's the coming down the pike after you guys do this?
Angela, are you allowed to say?
Well, you can. I can at least
You
say
can hint.
we've got, like I said, we've got a specialized city book we want to do, which is more depth and stuff on it, which takes not just in the world, but now takes it to a whole other level. And it's really pretty cool, the level it takes it to, because because those people who really want to take advantage of city and towns and campaigns and urban stuff and the like, it gives you even more freedom to do that, because it opens the door to more arcs and plots and hooks and concepts. And by the way, sub consortiums, if you will, like breakoffs and other smaller entities that are wanting to be part of the bigger ones, and so on and so forth. So that's something. And then if Michael wants to share any more, I'll let him share. So
splinter groups.
Gonna hit from the kind of coming from the front to the back on this, and we're gonna basically, we're not going to forget consortiums in Xendria. We're going to keep advancing it. The next products that we do, these next projects are going to add. So we're going to have a new topic, but we're going to bring back a consortium into a full-blown campaign, just a complete coverage campaign that will feature not only the new content and all those new systems, but then we'll keep that momentum from consortiums to say, hey, remember that one consortium over here? Well, we're going to expand it, and you're going to see all the depth in it, because we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of all the members and how they participate in the next project, and that topic and all those systems and the artwork and the design. And we're going to drill down into a topic that I think gets broached, but a lot of times gets totally ignored by systems, especially D&D and the like, or gets kind of tacked on afterward. We want to create something that anybody will be able to immediately adapt to, regardless of system, but also give such a level of depth that there's just no questions left to be answered.
Yeah.
Or asked.
That's awesome.
And I'll give one big hint. Alchemy will be a big topic.
Oh yeah. Yes. I just didn't want to go there, but yes, because that's a whole nother cool thing that we're doing that ironically has been in the works for a long time too, just at different pieces, because it's a very, very complex topic to do right. Because
at 400 pages, I'm already lost. I have to take a break.
Yep. So because it's going to let you give you a lot of flexibility and creation and creativity, which meant a lot of mapping and matching and the like. So,
matter of fact, the first time I showed the once overview to Agile, he just looked at me and was like, "What?" He's like, "I need more time to process it." And I was like, "Yay!"
We have this little. Oh, sorry, Jeff, real quick. We have this little thing we sometimes do to each other, and that's why Eli's in the middle to keep us from killing each other. But is we both like to pull off little surprises and go do something and say, "Hey, I got this cool thing," and boom, and see if we can do our own shock and awe on each other. So yep.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes. So.
Oh yeah. No, that's what I mean. What fun would it be if you didn't do that, right?
Yeah.
Got to keep it good natured.
Yeah, but right now our focus is on this. We want to deliver excellence, and then keep it going, and take that feedback from the community, see how the community uses it, see what they appreciate and enjoy the most, and then keep that going. It doesn't serve to make something if nobody's going to be interested. So let's make something that people are going to like.
Yeah,
and be able to use forever. And again, key in that thing, make it yours.
Yeah. Yeah. Did I now I couldn't catch all the streams. I tried to catch as many as I could. I had them all running, but work. Did anybody? I know we talked about you were talking about the page counts on the adventures being
50, 60 pages. Yeah. Right. Yep.
Did you guys anybody ask you about the page count on the big books?
Oh yeah, we said the 200 book consortiums.
You missed it though.
Yeah, we did.
Consortiums is just shy of 200.
200. Yeah.
Yeah, and Xendria.
It's a little trickier on Xendria right now because we're in layout mode, and for those of you who know, once you're going into that layout and artwork and other stuff, what happens is, even though there's X hundreds, pages, let's just say, well over 200 pages of writing, but now when you put the artwork in and other pieces in and other elements in and stuff, now all of a sudden it's and then fit it into the design layout, it becomes bigger. But we're trying to make sure it stays under 300, but we've estimated it at 250 pages, depending on what I may edit or cut out, because some of it's going to be in the player's guide. So since we want the player's guide to be fully editable by the GMs, I thought, well, let's just put it in there because it's designed for the players and the GM, but it's also designed for the GM to decide what he is willing to allow and leverage, such as ethnicities, races, and some of the stuff in there that we give. Because you may say, like, for example, for all you gnome haters out there, I use that jokingly because everyone's always, I hate gnomes. Well, you don't have to
loves gnomes.
Yeah, you don't have to have gnomes. You can just pull them out, right? So yeah.
He wants to make campaigns with just gnomes.
Well, when they're in the monster manual, they're fine. Just not the player's handbook.
The monster manual, they're for killing.
Don't let my wife hear that.
They cause trouble. And they're meant to be dealt with.
Hey, they're not Kender though. Come on.
I was going to say you could drop Kinder in instead and just see the chaos unfold.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, this is great. And what's the timeline? I saw somewhere is 8 months.
Yeah, so basically the way it works out is, so we'll more and for depending. So what happens is this Kickstarter goes from May 26th to like the 25th or 26th of July because of the way the dates work. 30 days on Kickstarter, then Kickstarter takes 30 days, then they release the money. So 2 months from today, they release the money. Then we go to the printers, all that, and say, okay, here we go. And we put that out there. And then what we do is we begin to start delivering certain parts of the digital things and pieces and parts and organizing that. while the books are out there going through the printing process. And we've been working with one of our printers. Well, we're hoping timing is going to work out, but unfortunately, at least we're not doing it in China or overseas where it's going to take 18 months and then get stuck in tariffs or whatever. But the truth is, it's still, things that are not in our control. So we put a little extra time in there hoping, but the goal is that everybody ought to be able to have all their hardcover, soft covers before Christmas, some kind of, if you think about it based on the time window there. So.
Yeah, you mentioned the tariff issue with overseas printing. What about people that are overseas that would like?
Okay. Well, that's
so we
mostly
did include a shipping graphic at the bottom
yes.
of Kickstarter story that explains what that will look like for people, as well as the starting shipping costs.
Okay.
So, yeah, we do have a nice graphic in there that does detail that information for you.
Yeah, they got it pretty much laid out there.
Covered all your bases.
If you're back within the first 72 hours, you get yet another free adventure. It is an introductory one shot, but we do think it'll give you a nice start into all this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And again, once again, another beautiful cover by Rick Hershey, who just absolutely sells the theme and the mood of the adventure right from the start.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, we're almost at 14,000.
The guy is beyond a magician. As we joked, or as I joked earlier, Agile is much better about his detailed writing of what he needs in an art piece. Me, I'm using stick figures and a couple of blurbs, and he still transforms it into these fantastic pieces, and I'm just blown away every time.
Oh yeah. No, everything, everything I've seen is just, oh my gosh. This is so awesome, and the level of detail and the thought, clearly the thought that you guys have put into everything, it's just
yeah. I mean, especially looking at that, your whole flow chart setup there is just fantastic. I mean,
he only showed you the one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I get nervous because I show that and I think, because my wife just looks at me and rolls her eyes and goes, it's just, because I'm a diagnosed savant syndrome person and it's part of my real challenge in life. But it's funny. She goes, yeah, that's right. You're my idiot savant. and I always make the joke that when you're idiot savant, what your biggest fear is that tomorrow I'll wake up and have lost the savant and just be an idiot. So, but because I actually enjoy doing all that and digging into it. I mean, maybe that's why I like the Silmarillion, which I know a lot of people don't. So,
yeah.
I'm more Smith.
Yeah.
A lot of people like Harry Potter too, so there's no accounting for bad taste, poor decisions.
Oh boy, wow. Daniel's here.
Look
Daniel.
Yeah, look who showed up. I know that voice a mile of gazillions away.
Oh man.
So yep.
I'm not a huge fan of the Harry Potter stuff. My wife and daughter were into it. That my daughter grew up. She's 13. So she grew up like watching that stuff. She probably watched the movies, 40 times a piece, and all of that. And but yeah, I never got into it. I never really understood the hype.
But. There was a famous critic who once said that Harry Potter is so poorly written that children would be better off simply not reading, and I wholeheartedly agreed. And the Silmarillion's an absolute masterpiece. So, which I just got another first edition copy of.
Really?
Oh, nice.
I found.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Well,
man,
hijack your stream, but I'll show it to you.
No. I can stop sharing. Cool. That's fine.
I'm also
sure.
I think it was number 5 on your Kickstarter list too, which I was kind of happy about. I was hoping to get there first.
I got number 4. Roger got number 1.
I got number 1. I don't know. You guys just you got to have that F5
slow on the draw there. I was hitting F5 as fast as my little finger would do it.
Well,
you're just closer to the servers probably that they use.
Yes. Yeah. I plugged into one there.
Did you? Yeah.
So this one right here is, and you can actually see right there, says, if you can see that in print, I don't think you can. It says,
I don't know
property
if Agile, can you stop?
Yeah,
sharing?
I'm stopping. I was just, for some reason, it was giving me a bit of a fit, but there it goes. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Sorry about that. Yeah, go ahead.
You'll see that this one says the stamp right here, if you can make this out.
That's the wrong.
Oh, no, I can't see myself anymore.
No, I'm trying to figure out
what are you doing?
how all this stuff
No,
works.
see, let me explain what's
I don't
going
know
on,
how
Daniel. No, here's what happened. See, I'm going to get my
Terrible.
comeback on him now. He was looking for
There
a
we go.
picture of some dude working on brakes again, and he couldn't find it.
Let's do that.
So
There we go.
you can barely make this stamp out here, this embossment.
Oh,
stamp.
geez.
wow.
Yeah, I see
Oh
it.
wow.
All right. That says FOG, which is my dad, Franco and Griffin, property of Franco and Griffin. And you will notice that this is a first edition, first printing.
Appears to be upside down.
You will also notice that it is well read. It has
Oh, yeah.
binding, has
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my
You know,
dad loved it,
come
too.
up. It's
He,
I've
he,
read it
he,
100,000 times. There's no map in the back, but
he had read
I
Tolkien
went
before
to the
I.
used bookstore and I found this.
I have that one.
This with a dust jacket
Mhm.
and perfect binding. The
Yep.
dust jacket's a little worn. And with the map still in the back, basically unfolded.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
That's the version
And
I have
get
right
this.
there, Daniel. Yeah.
It
That's-
is also, oops, let me get to the correct page here. It is also a first edition, first print.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's sweet. That's super
And I
sweet.
bought it for $25.
Are you
That's not a
serious?
bad deal at
Wow.
all.
Oh, my
I was going to say,
gosh.
if you found it at a thrift store, it's got to be pretty pretty
Look at the
cheap.
difference in the front covers.
Yeah,
See
exactly.
how
Yep.
faded
Yeah.
that is and how bright and shiny that is.
Wow.
That is crazy
Wowee.
cool.
That's awesome.
So
That
And
is
what do
crazy
those
cool.
go for?
I need to go thrifting over in your area, man.
Yeah. What do those go for? Like on
in
eBay
this
or
condition?
with a yeah.
$600-700,
Yep.
Wow.
Pretty much.
maybe $8.
It's awesome.
In this condition, this one right here is probably 125, 150 is what I probably get for it.
Yeah.
This one right here, probably back, like I said, closer to 800. It's got a rip in the dust jacket, but I'll show you one thing here. And it's on the dust jacket somewhere. Oh, yeah. So this right here actually makes it worth a lot more. See the price?
Yeah. Yep.
Because a lot of people would cut the price off the dust jacket when they gave it away as a gift.
Yeah.
So, and the fact that the map is still in there,
That's gotta add some value.
Yeah.
to it.
The map. Yeah. The map. That's one of the cool parts. But
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Are
I'm
you
gonna tell you right now, Second and Charles, if you have one near you, go to it. I bought on their penny a page used book day.
oh, that's
I
a great
bought-
day to buy. Yep.
Dude, I bought $250 worth of like old, like 3.5 edition D&D books for like
What
$10.
what's the
Wow.
name of the place?
Second in Charles. I typed
Second
it
and
into the
Charles?
chat.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
they
typed in the
do they
chat.
have any in Huntsville?
What are you a book collector, or is it just
They've got
because it's
one out where I live.
Tolkien and just Tolkien like RPG books and stuff? Or
No, I'm not a book collector. I mean, I do like to flesh out my my RPG collection, obviously, but I am a massive Tolkien fanatic, and you can barely see it on the back there. I have first edition copies of the entire Lord of the Rings as well, in extraordinarily well-worn condition. But when I walked in, I was going in to see if I could grab myself some extra D&D books, and it was sitting right there right there on the front table. It was like, oh, great fantasy books you should read, and there's a copy of the Silmarillion. I'm like, in the dust jacket. I'm like, that's a first edition.
Wow.
So I walked over and picked it up. I'm like, that's a first edition. And I flipped it over, and that's a map that has never been opened. So it went straight. It just went straight to the register.
That is so cool. Heck yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't know what they had, or maybe they
Yeah,
did.
well,
It was your
somebody-
lucky day.
We were talking earlier on my stream about culling collections and stuff, and we talked about like what happens when when you die or whatever, and like your spouse just takes everything and tosses everything or whatever if they don't know what it's worth. And that's probably what happened is somebody just, some wife or kid or whatever going through stuff, see a bunch of old books, and hey, what do? Well, bring it down to the gifts, down to the thrift store and get, 10 cents a book or whatever. That's it.
Oh, I've got a first edition Dragon Riders of Pern that I pulled out of a thrift store one time for 15 cents.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So that was a good one, but I kind of keep my eye open to it, but it's just one of the, like I said, Second Charles is awesome.
Yeah, I've heard, I don't know if it's just because there's a ton of YouTube videos on people finding crazy shit in there, or if it's really that good, but I don't think there's one near me. So
they closed the McKays here in Knoxville. Unfortunately, they sold the property. Well, the owner sold the property, and they, some of their stuff was really, really good price. Their D&D books were like ridiculously overpriced, though. And that was one of the sad things. Is like, oh man, I would have picked up, because I mentioned it before. I liked the Forgotten Realms stuff, particularly the second and even the third edition stuff.
Hey, Death Angel Shadow, AK, you're really stressing out poor Orc Child. He wants to know if we could just mute you.
Why? Where's he at? Is he in the area?
It's in the chat. Yeah. He goes, can we mute you? He says, he's causing me massive stress.
Why am I causing him stress? Because of the Forgotten Realm stuff, or because I said third edition?
Oh, this is that's what I love about this. That no one is beyond complete harassment and ridicule. So
gotta keep it light, right?
Ridicule is my game.
Any other questions you all have about the project?
Yeah. What else?
Man,
yeah, because
wow, where's how far is Hickson, Tennessee from you, Death Angel?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
Hickson, Tennessee. Oh, Chattanooga.
Oh, well, that's not far. I'm in Chattanooga. About
there's a
hour,
second
hour
Charles.
15.
There's a
Is
second
there really?
Charles there.
There's still a McKays there too. The McKays in chat is still open, but the one here in Knoxville closed down because the property owner sold it. And I picked up some figures and stuff like that there for like ridiculously low price, some Babylon 5 stuff, of course.
Oh my God.
We're like,
you Babylon 5 stuff?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Are you into Babylon 5? Is that
no, not a bit. No, I don't. I just don't have a stream tomorrow night.
Well, I see a lot of people mentioning half price books. We've got a couple up in Lexington, and you can definitely find a lot of TTRPG stuff there. And you're always surprised by what ends up on their shelves.
Yeah.
Michael's there in Kentucky.
Yeah, and if you've ever been Colorado, up in the Westminster, Arvada area, there's this place called Black and Red, spelled
Black and Red. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, and coolest store when I was a kid. I still go back there whenever I can. Totally disorganized, disarrayed place. You lift up a pile of books and you're like, oh, there's talents, the talents book for old AD&D. You're like, what is this doing in this pile? Okay, and they're just like, hey. $10. Okay, good. $5, whatever. Fantastic place.
Yeah. Well,
I think Ryan, Nicola, I think Sir Toxlot's just being extremely supportive and kind tonight. That's all.
Usually he's on my stream and he wants to tell me I'm wrong about stuff, but no, I mean I think just like the rest of us, Agile, we're just kind of letting you and Mike kind of handle, and just go.
Exactly. Yeah. It's been great.
I got a question for both Agile and Michael. What would be, say, your top 5 Appendix N books?
Oh, for me, it's always Fafford and the Grey Mouser. That
those
books, right from the start. Because the thing is I actually tend to prefer grittier games, and one of the I remember this takeaway, and I've incorporated as a homebrew in every single thing I've ever run. Scalpel, the named items in their possession, right? The idea that it didn't matter if he lost the rapier, he could pick up another one, but because it was a part of him and his identity, it eventually became Scalpel again. and that idea of a legacy, or characters leaving a legacy and it imbuing onto their items, that's something I've always found really cool, and I just incorporate that every time, because even though it's a lot of times a lower powered campaign, you're not seeing teleportation spells, there's no wish, no resurrection. You still want something that said, I built something truly into this world, and it's it comes from my character background.
Yeah, resurrection definitely adds something too.
Yeah, I think we're both obviously fans of Fritz Lieber, and I'm Fred Saberhagen, of course. I like, I'm a big Edgar Rice Burroughs and Robert E. Howard, because I like the pulp classics, as well as I like the Conan stuff. And I actually have kind of an interesting variety, because I think there's, Michael Moorcock, obviously there, Andre Norton. I mean, there's just so many. Gosh, I'm trying to remember this one artist, but it's a gal's name and I'm forgetting her name, but she wrote the original Crystal Cave, which is sort of the Merlin story for Arthur. I can't remember her. I've got the book too, and I can't remember her name. But there's just some. I mean, I'm a lot of the Appendix N stuff that's out there that guys like. A lot of it affected me too, and I loved it. And of course, yes, I am a massive Tolkien fan. Always have been. While I like Jack Vance in the sense that Dying Earth had many aspects of it that were unique for that concept,
Mary
but
Stewart,
I am not a. But yeah, Mary Stewart. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, Mary Stewart. Absolutely great book. But I'm not a fan of the Vancian magic system. But in some ways, I guess. But I like spell points. I've done it in my own games, things like that, or other mechanisms for doing it. But and I am a big fan of Roger Zelazny and the Nine Princes of Amber. But I will say this: I am, when it comes to TTRPGs versus others, I really do prefer fantasy TTRPGs or medieval or that kind of old style over like sci-fi and those. I mean, I played them. I have played them. I own them, from Traveler to Space Opera, which was one of my favorite by Fantasy Games Unlimited. But at my heart of hearts, I'm always going to be at the core what D&D brought to us in the form of fantasy RPGs.
Yep.
Sure.
And for me, I was always a big fan of David.
To which book is Mole?
What did you say?
All of them.
All of them. All of them.
His answer is all.
Well, and I like R.I. Salvatore because I love Dritz. There's just so much. There's good stuff out there, but the question is, I always ask myself, what can you read again and again and again? And there's some authors that I can read them over and over again and still enjoy them.
Oh, we're really close to 14.
So close. Thank you. We appreciate it so much.
Yeah, we're getting there.
The outpouring of support, guys. So appreciate it.
Now he shows up. There's the Dan.
There's Dan finally.
But Agile gave his list. I'm like I was about to say, I'm a big fan of David and Lee Eddings. The Redemption of Althalis has got to be one of my favorite standalone books.
Yes.
But Sparhawk, but it's really hard to beat just the Belgariad for me. It's not necessarily a magic system you would commonly use in a TTRPG session, but I got to say, I love the world, the character development, and the fact that we get to see into the lives of every character.
Yes,
and I actually back out.
And I actually have his Codex and Cortex, whatever the thing it is.
Honestly, original. I think that's a better magic system.
Yeah, because I've got the whole.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you because my feed cuts, and then I don't realize that you're still talking. But I think the Eddings, his magic system with sorcery is, I think, very much superior to Vance for gaming. Vance is great. His magic system is actually great narratively for you to read a book.
Yes.
Kind of terrible for a game. But you look in the Belgariad, you have the will and the word, which you can gives you a lot of freedom, but can tie directly to some stats where you can screw up and overdo it. And then you have the magic where the demons can get you because you screwed up and lost control.
Yes. So what you need to get, though, if you really want to dig into Eddings and lay what they did, is you want to get the Riven Codex by David and Leigh Eddings, the Riven Codex, because that is like such, got a signed version of that, an old copy of it. It really lives and breathes the world building and the concepts and how he did a lot of what he did. So that's said. That's called the Riven Codex, Rivan. I'll put it in the chat. So yeah,
I always called it the Riven Codex because I always read it as Riva as the name. You say
Riven, I say Riven.
Yeah.
Let's call the whole thing off. Let's call the whole thing off.
Ryan thought I was two different people at one point, so he just.
But I thought you were
came
two
to the
different
realization that I am both Game Master Roger and CNY Roger. So, yeah. Sorry for that. That doesn't mean anything.
No, that's wonderful. No, it's. But I like your point. I don't know of those who have suffered Rollmaster. I personally enjoy the system, but it does introduce a lot of those concepts. Like you said, there's more risk with Magic. Things can go very awry. I also used to enjoy Iron Heroes because they were like, no, Magic users don't just cast Magic Missile. And they really condensed the spell list in such a way that, like you said, would work perfect with Word and Will because the spell list itself is very short. You just add those little mechanics on it, like I want to increase the range or increase the area of effect. Okay, time to make a skill check. See if you can cast that spell. It's kind of complicated. Sorry,
maybe Mac Thompson's right. Maybe it's Riven. Who knows? But hey, since we've got Dan here, real quick, Dan.
Hi.
So Dan was.
Hi, Dan.
Dan actually took time. He was as a special prep. Dan took time to he and Jeff. I shared with them some because we only saw it for the first time today, but he read the open content license agreement we have and the SRD. So why don't you give your perspective? Because you actually read the documents.
I did. They are very clear and generous, which is nice considering most of the time it's very opaque. A lot of people complain about like the Daggerheart license, for instance, right? It's not very open or very generous, and I think they can like take your stuff or something like that. I don't know, it's weird. I don't play Daggerheart. Wow. It's a story game for lame people. But
come now, Dan. Some people
there goes your subs.
Some people play it and enjoy it, and
people are allowed to play what they enjoy. It's fine.
Not
the system for me. I played it once. I thought it was awful.
You have to admire their marketing though, because they released Candela Obscura first, and it was so unbelievable.
I love that Daniel's internet is like an Alabama stereotype right now. But anyway, but no, I thought it was great. I mean, I'm in management consulting. I read SOWs and legal documents and that kind of stuff. Hi, Mac. And I thought it was very clear and very open and pretty awesome. So
please don't be a big company trying to jack our stuff, and please don't do LLM AI things with it.
That seemed pretty reasonable.
And don't repackage it and say it was all yours. But use the pieces. Build your world.
I'm not mean, Ryan.
Are you being mean, Dan?
I mean, I wouldn't even know because I couldn't catch what he said because I keep interrupting people because my stream freezes and I think they stop talking.
He made some comments about in regards to Alabama internet.
Yeah, I did.
Alabama internet. No, that's just Comcast.
Love you, buddy. Oh, I used to have them.
Oh, Crudtastic? Okay, yeah.
Comcastic.
But
Comcast.
Yeah, I thought the license was cool. So
well,
good. And what about the SRD concept? The way we organized it.
I mean, it's pretty cool that you're just given zip files of all the stuff that anyone could realistically need for just about anything, instead of having to go hunt it down and download PNGs on random websites to get the thing you need for your VTT, or take screenshots out of the PDF to make a token for Foundry.
Nope, we're going to give you the tokens.
Thank you.
Tokens are all in the adventures. There'll be a folder for all the tokens, clearly labeled for what their purpose is. A folder for all the battle maps and all their different types. Boom.
Very cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm looking forward to the generators. Sorry.
You have the Roll20, I think it is a Roll20 VTT add-on or whatever in the stretch goals.
So that's in our stretch goals. We are, and here's the thing: we're already starting to hear feedback about the opinions about that. We want to hear that. Please comment into the Kickstarter. We'd love to hear that feedback. Angela, you want to take the rest?
Yeah, what we're going to do is I think we're going to do some polls and stuff to get feedback, because I think if we hit the 50K mark, because we during this entire time, here's what we did. We looked at all these different VTTs because we've used a variety of them, and we knew that as long as we gave all the assets and provided them, you could use them with pretty much any VTT that's being used mainstream. There's at least 8 to 10 of them you can use the way we're doing it. Then we looked at the fact that what's the market share, and we said, okay, Roll20 and Foundry, plus we have some biases with Foundry just because we've used it a long time and had it. So we said, okay, let's go ahead and let's try to target those two at first for more specific support. And then as the data came in, Roll20 tipped the scales to say, well, if you're going to do the one that's most leveraged, I guess, from the market, that was the primarily one. And then Foundry, and then the list went down, we from Fantasy Grounds, and and yeah, we have the list, but like I said, I'm my brain is kind of crying out on me now, saying I'm tired, I'm toast. So yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is Roll20 is easy for people to get on there and do something.
Yes, that's it.
It drives me nuts because I've used so many other VTTs, right? And I find it very clunky.
And here's the thing with the asset files: if you use Roll20, you go to your asset manager in Roll20 in your account, you upload the adventure. It'll be all neatly stacked for you. You're good, and then you can obviously set it up yourself. So you still have plenty of support there. We're talking about taking to the next level where it's that concentrated file that follows all the rules of a given VTT, which is why it's going to take this effort and there's going to be these costs to get this done. So as Angel said, it's starting to feel like a poll will be a better answer, and whichever way we'll make it so it's just an upload. And those of you who have dealt with Foundry, you know that you get that URL link. If you've bought the link, it then just extracts all the files directly into your system, and then you just load it up into your particular campaign folder or what have you, and all the elements are there. All the hyperlinking.
Well, Co-op. Fortunately, Co-op's got a plan. He plans on making sure we make it to 50,000, so that we'll go at the Foundry option. So I mean, with that kind of dedication and that kind of support driving us, then what are we going to do? We're gonna listen to the man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I think if you built it for money, anybody that can use Foundry can make it work.
Yeah.
With Foundry, just because
exactly
has that little step of, So.
Yeah.
Put your assets in. There you go.
Foundry, at least I found it took me a little bit longer to learn it at the startup. It was a couple of days to get used to the tools and whatnot, but man, the gameplay, running a game, even again, I love Rollmaster. If you played Rollmaster, there's all those charts. You got the critical charts, the fumble charts, all that. You do not want to be playing with a spread of all the different charts in front of you, no, it hyperlinks through, and it's fantastic.
I just ran Rats on the Walls and Hyperborea for my friends. It was their first Hyperborea session. In 3 hours, they did the whole thing. It was great. They got it right quick.
Nice.
So.
Yeah,
sweet.
Awesome.
I mean,
I look forward to using the Castles and Crusades stat blocks in,
for Hyperborea. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because we've been told that Dan is now a Hyperhorian.
Yes.
Oh,
I have been dubbed Hyperhorian because I just stand for the system, and that's okay.
I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are killing me. So as I sit here with my Arduin back scratcher,
Hey.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Those are fantastic.
That's right. Oh, yep, exactly.
Oh my gosh,
Those
they're
are
both
fantastic. Yeah.
That's right. Back scratching moment.
Probably the single best throw-in thing I've gotten ever.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Back
better than the one I already
used more
had.
than the books.
I could use them. I could use them to serve salad, even.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So please enjoy them thoroughly. You know, crack that spine, open those PDFs, and have a great time with it. And seriously, we want to come back and meet each of you guys and say, hey, did you get a chance to play with it? Did you get a chance to run anything with it?
Or use it? Or did it inspire you to do something
to build something
better? Yeah. So
yeah, no, it's awesome. How detailed out do you have the hexes? Like I know you're showing the hex map. Do you have like are all the hexes numbered?
On battle maps and stuff? I'd have to ask.
So the hexes on the battle maps, again, we do the maps in 3 versions, 1 blank, with just the map, 2nd, square grid, 3rd, hex grid. And usually the scale is typically 1 for 5 feet.
Okay, so there's no hexes for the larger maps then?
No, not in this, because we leave the flexibility to the GM because of the way you can overlay things, because if you don't like our distancing measurements, then you want to make sure you can work with that. So because once again, we're trying to enable the GM, not push them into a box. But in Pangea Matter, yes, that world concept and that approach is designed for those people who like, that scaling down and up through the hexes. And so when I was showing you that stuff, yes, that approach was what was used for that. And when that gets published, it will have that breakdown down from 90 to 30 to 10 and so on on the hexes. Yep.
Cool.
But Dan, you missed it, Dan. Dan, you missed it. You have to go back and watch it. These guys totally tricked me. I must put some in my water. They got me showing all this extra stuff that I hadn't shown, but I was also showing other world stuff we're building and my mind mapping and all the work that goes into the science and art of it. And Michael had to pull me down from the wall because he said, "Hey, let's come back to reality, man."
We get a title in and explain
but they got to see just what goes in. But they got to see what goes into how we do it.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll have
how
to.
The sausage is made.
I'll have to watch the VOD tomorrow then.
Yeah. So. I mean, something I never showed you. Yeah, something I never showed you because I'm too embarrassed to show it. It's like, this is what I do.
No, that was awesome.
Agile's brain. Yeah, we went right in.
Very
right
cool.
in through his nose. We just got right in there and
exactly right up there. And, it was scary, man.
Spun that tool and he's ready. He's ready for mummification. Now, the thing is we do want people to know, hey, we really have thought this through. We really put all this effort into it. And you got to know, like when Agile and I do get a chance, and man, especially when we were together in the same household for a little while, just hours and hours of wailing away at that to get all those high level details decided, because we needed, again, we were going to be writing 2 completely separate books, but they needed to gel, but also be written in such a way, again, as we keep reinforcing, so that you can take out parts and make it work for your world, and it should not be difficult, and that's the point. Reduce the barriers to entry, and the gatekeeping, focus on community, and we're going to give it all to you.
Yeah.
You know what I would love to do? I would love to set up an event. Seriously, this is a weird thing, but imagine getting some kind of place on bed and breakfast, some kind of place where you could go and get room set up and get a big conference or whatever, and literally sponsor a very special activity for a small group of people to come together and get in a room and say, we're going to build something for XYZ, and we'll build different components of it, and writing it out, talking to computers, screens, projectors, talking things, showing things, and just really just doing a collaboration brainstorm and constructive theme building there, and see what we could come up with. I think that would be a blast, and and have food and drinks included and all that. I think that'd be fun to do.
Yeah. Did anybody point out we crossed the 14?
Oh, we did.
14,
no,
just under $2,000 to go before we get to the 50% mark. So
yeah. Oh man, we're
keep it going, guys.
So much, seriously. Though this has been absolutely amazing. We've kind of touched on this before, but Agile and I, man, when we were thinking of this product, one of the questions he asked me point blank is, he's like, "Is anyone going to be interested? Like, this seems like it seems like so much depth compared to what we're seeing out there." And I was like, I think we need to make people interested and help people see that they can take their hobby, their desires, publisher, their whatever to the next level.
Well, the reason that happened, you guys, is because most of us are older here. We've been around the block doing this for a long time. back in that day, like I said, starting at 74, 75, you had to do this stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
And we were miniature gamers, war gamers, whatever, but we took all of our ideas and concepts and we threw it down, and you did it, and you did it with your friends, and you built and you evolved and you improvised, you adapt, you overcome all this stuff. And so, but then what happened is somewhere along the way in the hobby, it took a turn of everything had to be a monochrome sort of, A, B, C, step thing, to adventures and stuff like that, and some of the approaches, and it lost its ability to so like me, when I'm game mastering, I run things using a concept of a compass. So when I'm running things, I've got stuff available east, west, north, and south, and depending which way players go or whatever, I just kind of line it there. So that way I don't railroad. They're picking, they're choosing, and they're playing, and you're doing it because I'm not saying, oh no, you got to go A, B, C, D, E, because if you don't and you break that, well then now you've ruined the game or my adventure that I did, because I want to teach people to play. I want them to enjoy it. I want to handhold them through that. But what I don't want is, I don't want someone coming and say, oh yeah, you need to run this adventure and you've got to do it exactly in these steps, exactly this way, and do it. I don't want that. I mean, I played in old TSR RPGA tournaments, and sadly, that's how they were built and designed to do. And that's one thing for a tournament, or a certain controlled play, but it's not what you want in the kind of games, at least we gentlemen are all looking for and want to experience.
All of the adventures are designed with hooks, agendas, and dilemmas. Those are the three key points. We're not writing out a core plot for you. Yes, there is an adventure synopsis, but there's also so many ways that it can unfold. And as you step through each part of the story, we help provide some basic ideas of, hey, if this scene plays out this way, you may want to take it over here. You may want to adjust this next scene over here. And we provide all of that for you in both the narrative, between the narrative and the playbooks, so you can keep that going. At full speed.
Yeah, the whole thing seems awesome. Like I can't wait to get it, get physical copies, obviously.
So we're talking March, February, March?
No, before that.
Christmas.
No.
Christmas, buddy.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas.
We're talking, the PDFs will be rolling out very shortly after funding.
Yeah, couple months after, because of
And then
Kickstarter.
The printer, as we've been saying, is right here in the US of A, and we've got paper, set aside, and we're going to start printing right after layout, right after we finish a couple of things on layout, like getting the credits and that legal document in there.
Okay, I thought I heard you say 8 months, and I'm like,
well, yeah, what we did is the padded window was 8 months. But, okay, because we had to put a little, because the printers told us to. So we're like, okay, but the printers have also said if we can do this, then it might even be early. So we're like, okay, great, because Lord knows I would love to be able to deliver, early. What a concept! But yes,
I mean,
contingency.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can assume though that for international shipping, certain things might take longer, and that's
yes, exactly. Yes.
Because we'll probably be able to get it out to the U.S. Canada market very quickly, but some of the other items, it's just too hard to say or guess how long it's going to take it to get through whatever port.
Looks like, hey, no one of Constance here. I have players who also participate in games on Foundry. Someone just told me about it, but I am now too set in my ways. Juice wouldn't be worth the squeeze.
and I'll say Foundry does take more squeeze.
Oh yes, it does.
Foundry does take more squeeze. It
But-
definitely requires more technical aptitude to set up.
Yeah.
But
it's like way better.
I took a Warhammer Fantasy game. We were between campaigns, and I said, "Hey, I got these books, and I got this stuff from Cubicle 7. We uploaded, and I just started the host and said, "Okay, let's play." And we were making characters within 15 minutes, and I think that was session 0. Then the next week, we went ahead and ran with it. We had some fumbles for that first session, but it wasn't maybe more than an hour or so into it. We're like, okay, we got a rhythm for this. We can do the attack rolls, skill checks, wounds, and all that. Yeah, it was solid.
Yeah. Well, it usually depends too on like how much automation that you really want and need to have.
Yes, right.
Like I would rather have as little automation as possible, so people still have to look at their character sheet and maybe God forbid add or something,
do some math. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Foundry does so well the lookup ability. You know, you can go into your tomes, you grab the bestiary, and you just slide that character in, and bam, your token's there. Pop it out. You could reflect it to the player, so the players can see that as a pop up. They get the image of the character, the creature, whatever. The token's down. But I like those tools.
But I'll admit, it's got a bit too much fancy schmancy stuff in it for me sometimes, so I get a bit confused.
I mean, I'm enjoying the Monday night game I'm running where they're just rolling dice on their desk and we're just doing it all theater of the mind.
That's why they're sitting
here. That's right. Yep.
Well,
gentlemen, and that works fine, so long as your players can, read numbers and add, I mean,
isn't that such a great part of this community, Roger? People who come into play are often exercising those skills, that literacy, that creativity, and even some of that basic math. And that's what's such a great part of this community is we all come together. And you may be weaker in some areas, but man, we're still going to build that story together.
Well, so my daughter, she just turned 13 the end of March.
Oh, great age.
In a 2024 game.
Okay.
Not by my choice, but that's what the kids run.
I get it.
I did give a Shadow Dark book to the kid, and he does run Shadow Dark on the off weeks and stuff. And I'm trying to get him to play some different games and things like that. So he's really liking Shadow Dark because he's come to me with some issues. I've talked to him about some of the problems that they've had, and Shadow Dark fixes a lot of it. But the thing I wanted to bring up is the people that are playing in the game, like none of them have really read the rules. Like they just have their phones and they've downloaded D&D Beyond on their phones, and they just click generate character or whatever, and then the class, and they just pick all the things. And so it's to the point where my daughter's telling me that nobody knows how to do anything. They just open the app and they just push the button.
See, and we got to help change that.
Whether the thing happens. Yeah. And so my daughter was trying to explain to them, no, it's like this. You add your strength bonus and this, and with the skill, and you roll a D20.
Well, see, this is why.
Number. And so she started. She actually asked me. She's like, "Dad, can you print me a character sheet?" And she transcribed her character from D&D Beyond onto a physical character sheet and started bringing that just to show the people, look, this is how it's done. Not this,
Well, see,
I don't allow electronic dice at my table.
Roger, this is what's so cool, because this is what I like. Martin, who runs, Daddy Rolled a One site.
Yeah.
See, this is because he runs this game he did for his daughter and her friends and all that. And that's what he said. He got them. Everything's paper, pencil, dice. They're doing it all. And guess what? They're smarter, they're literate, they're happier, they understand it, and then they start to think, and they're figuring things out, and they're going, oh, wow, I could do this then, or I could do that. Oh, I get it. So that's what I'm saying. We need more of that. I mean, we need more of that kind of evolution out there. So, well, gentlemen, it's about 3 minutes to midnight. Someone's going to turn into a pumpkin.
Actually, we've got one last business call from Ryan. About when we plan on supporting the Penultima Fabula process. That sold out. We absolutely that is a huge show of support and faith. Thank you for the 4 backers who have already backed Penultima Fabula. Again, that was a reward that offered a custom experience working directly with us, where we're going to help write a custom consortium that you're going to put into your world or use for your purposes, and that will include 2 pieces of custom artwork. So Agile, do you want to take that away?
Yeah, I think so. The goal would be to, just in fairness to the whole big picture, what we want to do is we got to get through the Kickstarter, then we got to get through the Kickstarter wait month, and then start organizing the first original stuff. And then what we want to do is we're going to schedule meetings with you. And what will happen is we'll be using a tool called GoToMeeting. It's an enterprise software account. You don't have to have a license. It'll be free for you. You'll get online. We'll also be inviting you to our basically what we have a PMO and collaboration site that we use. We do our work with Trollard in it, all that, and all the other stuff we do, and our partners and our creators and our other team members. We'll be setting up a space there and kind of a less than detailed workspace. We don't have to go to the level we do on big projects. And we'll do that there, and we'll be documenting, putting things in there, creating the notebooks and the work, and producing it with you so that you'll have access to all that. And then when it's all said and done, everything will be delivered through it. You'll download it. It'll be just yours, and you'll be the only one who gets it. So yeah, so you being gone for a few weeks won't be a problem. So we're all good to go on that. Yes. So, but yes, we'll just, like I said, take you through that, and you'll be working with us to do that, and then we'll also be working to help you come up with a good way to we'll help you in understanding how to establish the work, the write-up and the work you want to do to get your artwork thought through and what to go through. And then we'll set the artistic brief up, and we'll turn it over to our artists, and we'll go through all those steps. So yeah,
Right.
we'll take you through all of it.
I have one question. Is the project planning site Smartsheet? Because I use that every day at work.
No. We use.
Thank God.
No. So there's a company out there in Ireland.
Sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
This is a project. This is a solution called Teamwork. Teamwork is a company I've worked with for years. I helped develop some of the ideas because I used to be in software and support and all that stuff. So I have a grandfathered account. We have it. It's expensive tool, but because it is an enterprise solution, and it's very, very good. It's easy to get the basics down. It takes nothing, but then when you realize the power of what's in it, it's really simple to use and fun, and it allows us all the flexibility for tracking. It integrates with your email, everything, and it makes super simple collaboration. You get updates, and there's even a mobile app for it if you want. I mean, it's just depends on how much you want, but for this, it won't take too much. But the bottom line is, it is definitely not the super secret Microsoft Project Paint site. No. So it's and basically it's our
it's Mario
ITG.
Paint.
Yeah, because it's the innovative
Mario
technology.
Paint
It's
for
the
Nintendo.
innovative technology / the Agile Monks site, which is where it's functioned, because we were the other part of our business. What we used to work under was the Agile Monks for other stuff we were doing, and we built FCW underneath that so we could leverage the technology we already had. So, but yes, it's real nice, real easy, and very, very professional, well organized.
So when are we going to get you guys to some cons?
Oh, man,
Well,
I hope
assuming certain things get worked out in my stressful government situation life, and they let me go back to my medical appointments and my recovery stuff and treatments so I can finish healing, I'll get off my medical travel restrictions, because right now I'm not supposed to be in a vehicle or anything for more than 2 hours, at a time.
Rough.
So
Well, how about Michael then?
I'm hoping to go back to Gen Con here. We're not going to go this year, but I'm hoping we'll go back next year. But I'd love to make it to Gary Con. I'd really like.
We can have Death Angel pick you up on his
Right?
way up
Hey.
here. to
CNY.
CNY.
Yeah, you want to ride up to
CNY?
CNY?
Why not? Yeah.
I got a badge. I got a spare badge.
I know.
Oh, man,
well, hey, hold on. We can give you one of the CNY veteran badges, Michael.
Oh yeah, we got a thing for veterans. I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah.
I mean, I got one that I got.
You should definitely pick them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get one of Agile Monks Veterans Helping Veterans CNY badges.
Y'all and sit down and have some more good chats. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you wind up going to GaryCon at some point, you can hang out with me because I'm like 45 minutes south of Lake Geneva.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm in near Lexington, Kentucky.
Okay.
Well, I'm planning on driving up through Kentucky. So.
When you go to grab him, if you want to stop by the Four Roses Distillery and get me a bottle of the Master Distiller Select on your way to CNY, I would not be upset.
Nice.
So I'm thinking about when I do Smoky Con, because they do their whiskey tasting contest or whiskey tasting thing in North Texas. And I'm like, so does that mean I gotta have a moonshine tasting contest?
That's right.
Yes.
Because when you're at Smoky Con, Tennessee, Smoky Con, Tennessee.
See, if you wanted to buy a wild
Get
turkey,
too
I
crazy
can
there
hook
singing
that up
rock
right
now.
now.
I'm working on it, man.
No, I've actually been taking Rocky Top and creating a song for Smoky Con.
You
from
gotta
off of it.
be careful though. The people that own the rights to that are very litigious.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, but it was fun. Well, listen, I think people are saying goodnight. I think it's we need to. So thank you all, because Roger, Jeff,
thank you everybody,
Jason, yeah, Dan, Dan, all of you, thank you so much. Appreciate the support, and you guys have been absolutely fabulous carrying us through this this launch party. We couldn't have done it without you all, and so special place in our hearts and minds. Appreciate it. God bless you guys. Love you. Pray for you and your families that all is good and blessed, and we shall talk soon.
All right. Yeah, we're at 14,369
yeah,
right
it's
now.
all it's all you. I mean, you guys are fantastic to the community and all of that. So, I mean, it's only fair that the community is just as good back to you guys. So,
hey,
I mean, that's the way that works. So,
hey, isn't that the story of It's a Wonderful Life, right? Like, let's support each other.
Yeah. Every time a bell rings. Oh no! All right. I got something.
A new TTRPG gets its wings.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, we're one big family, man.
Refunding your Patreon subscription.
All right, folks.
So no, thanks for coming on, and it's been it's been great.
Thanks for including all of us too, man. That was great. We got your back, and you got ours. We clearly we know you got our back. So
absolutely.
Please come on by, chat with us. We want to see y'all again. Yeah, let's do this. God bless.
All right. Take care.
Cool.
We'll do it again soon.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Take care, everybody.
Take care. Bye.
See ya.
Peace.